Here we go. My name's Todd. I am a 52-year-old ultramarathon runner, and I've been in the sport for roughly 18 years. And I'm doing a video blog to record my progress as I try to go sub 24 hours at the 2021 Western States. So this is a huge goal for me. It's been something I've been looking at for 8 or 10 years. I think it was 2.5 years ago. I'm kind of losing track of time. I guess it was a year and a half ago. My name was selected in the lottery after 7 years, and I finally got selected for the 2020 race. And as everybody knows, due to the virus, the race got canceled. But living in that area, I had some friends. We decided to run it without any support, and we just did a fun run. So James Player and a bunch of ran the whole thing with me, and then I had a bunch of friends along the way who provided course support, and it was a very humbling, eye-opening experience in that I really struggled. I finished in about 32 and a half hours, and I really didn't even technically finish. I got barely 100 miles according to my watch, which over-counted the amount of miles, and I didn't climb all the way up out of the last canyon. So the interesting thing was James Player, who's a very seasoned ultra runner, put together a great training program for me. And at my age of 51, I was hitting close to personal bests in every distance from the marathon to the 50 mile. Felt like I was in great shape, but when it came down to the actual Western States course, I just blew up. So there's a lot of things that I attribute to that, but the long and the short of it is I feel like I know how to train well for anything short of 100K, but with 100 miles, I just feel like I am lost. So to fix this, I went out and I hired a running coach. So for the next 26 weeks, I am going to be working with her. I'm going to be following her prescribed workouts. I'm going to be very disciplined. Our communication's been great so far. She has a good understanding of what my strengths and my weaknesses are. She's read my race reports. I'm really looking forward to using her. So I'm going to kind of compartmentalize the training and then let her do all that, and I'll just follow what the coach says. But I'm really going to focus on my end on getting enough sleep. I felt like over the last few years I have not recovered as well as I needed to, and I want to continue on the path of greater flexibility and greater mobility. I've made some great strides in this area, and then I also want to maintain my core, my upper body strength, not at the expense of running, but I do want to have some balance there. So I'm super excited at this stage. I'm 1 week into my coaching relationship, and the workouts have gone fantastic. What I have done more this week, typically I had a lot of easy days where I was running super slow, and my justification is that as slow as I was running, it wasn't any slower than I'd be running at the slowest point of my ultra. So I wanted to get the volume, I wanted to get the time of my feet. But so far with Coach, I have been doing a lot more running, and even though the scheduled paces are quote unquote easy paces, it's still running. So a challenge has been for me not being familiar with the trails. So fortunately, via a Facebook group, I've been able to get in contact with my new friend Rhonda, and we've been able to hit the trails once, and as a result of getting out there once with her, on Saturday I got out to the area in St. George known as, the trail's called Precipice, Sidewinder, and Suicidal Tendencies. You gotta love that name. And really enjoying the trails out here, especially in the winter while the heat's not too crazy. So overall, I just kind of want to introduce what I'm doing. I'm chasing this goal of going sub 24, and my intention is to do a weekly check-in and to let you know how the progress is going, to report on any interesting anecdotes, and hopefully there's going to be some future use for other 50-somethings who have a good base, who are going to try to make a run at an ambitious goal. In my case, it's Western States. Obviously, there's tons of races out there, and I think anything in the 100 miles takes a lot of hard work, takes a lot of preparation, it takes a lot of good fortune on race day. So hopefully I'll be able to develop some consistency here, but in terms of my opening video blog, I'm going to say good night and see you in a few days.